It was big. Before the game, I said to the guys, this is a championship game for the rest of the year. We have to treat every game that it's our last. We dropped one at New Mexico State. That means we can't drop any more. So we came out well and then let them get back into it. We got about a 13-point lead, let them come back, and had to grind out in the second half. But down the stretch, we started making some shots and it was a bit better, and we pulled away with a good win.
I think the coaches gave us a great game plan, run them off the line kind of thing, and just make sure we keep them in front of us. And we did a good job preparing, and they gave us a great scout report, and Coach Marley was on us because we needed a road win. We haven't had a road win, so that's the main focus that we came in to get one.
The players breaking it down, and as they explained, the goal this season with them not being eligible for that March Madness play is to take the WAC. So every game counts when they're in conference action, and that was their first official road win at UTRGV, setting the stage for what should be a great return tonight to GCU Arena. And I know the guys are ready to call all the action, so let's waste no more time and bring in now the great dynamic of Barry Boutel and Scott Williams. Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Kate. Yeah, the Lopes returning home after that first road victory, and it took a little while. They had a couple of neutral site victories, but nice to get one in the conference play.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can go on the road. You had two very tough basketball games in New Mexico State and UTRGV. Played hard against that New Mexico State team, but they're just very tough at home. I mean, they had a heck of a winning streak, and not only this year, but the last few years of 33 straight victories in conference play at home. And you go on the road after kind of getting beat up there a little bit in the second half, and you bounce back and you get a good performance from Kenyon Martin.
Well, you want to split on the road and win everyone at home, and the Lopes, well, they're doing a pretty good job of that right now. As you look at the Western Athletic Conference standings right now, and you mentioned it, Scott, the Aggies, boy, are they playing tough. 17-2 overall, they're 4-0 in the conference, but GCU staying right on pace with CSUB.
That's what you got to do. You got to split your road victories. You probably try to steal one someplace, but win your home games, protect your home turf. This is a good test right here. Get opportunity to get put some new plays in, maybe try some new defensive assignments and rotations, get some guys on the bench. They haven't played a lot of minutes, some action tonight.
Well, they travel to Las Cruces to take on the Aggies. Always a tough trip for the Lopes. They come up short, 81-69. Free throw percentage was not where they wanted it to be. The rebounding definitely not where they wanted to be. They came back in the second half, but it just was not enough.
No, not quite enough to get it done. The rebounding was a real disadvantage on the offensive glass, 15-5 with disadvantage, and then the second chance points was something that they couldn't really overcome. But I like the fact that they came back. They don't hang their heads. There's something about this team, whether they're shorthanded or don't play up to their full potential. Coach Marley seems to find a way to rally them for the next time they take the court.
Well, the next time was at UTRGV, and they rebounded by out-rebounding the Vaqueros. Big time, 46 rebounds, one shy of their season record.
Well, I really like the defensive effort in this basketball game. I mean, you really went out there and put it on them, held them to a very low percentage from the field, 31.3% for the Vaqueros, and the Lopes did a really good job getting to the free throw line. That's where you want to play. Take the crowd out of it, take the stoppage of play, go to the line, get in your comfort zone. You shoot 31 or 41 from the free throw line. It's just a huge thing when you're playing on the road.
Yeah, Josh Braun, a perfect 11 for 11 from the free throw line. Well, one guy that definitely stepped up against UTRGV was Keontae Vernon, a career-high 20 points.
Yeah, Keontae Vernon, I think I might say his name wrong earlier in the show, but there's no doubt about the fact this guy had his footprint all over this basketball game. He did his work early. As a big, that's what you let. You can set solid picks, you create disadvantages, you can have a chance to roll to the glass, you post up close to the bucket, you make him punish him down low. You got those big wide shoulders, he makes himself a big target for Russell.
And he's also doing a great job limiting the amount of fouls in games, staying on the court longer. That's what he needs to do.
I agree. Those silly fouls that he picks up sometimes are devastating to him. When he goes to that bench, he doesn't come back with the same energy level. Early action for him is a must.
Well, the San Diego Christian Hawks come into town. Here's a team that had quite a bit of turnover from the Golden State Athletic Conference overall. They're a tick under 500. Here's a team that, well, they're not at the caliber of GCU, but they like to hit it from the three-point land.
Yeah, they're a smaller team. They start 3 guards and a 6'2" forward. So you know they're going to get out and run in transition. They're going to try to score before you have a chance to set up your defense. And they're going to try to take the top off their defense by knocking down the outside shot.
And one of those guys to look at is Derek Nomsick. He's the 6'4" player that you're talking about.
Yeah, he can really get it done. I mean, this guy's 180 pounds, but he's a combo guard. So he can play point guard, he can put the ball on the floor, he can shoot off the dribble, but he's also good as a 2-guard, running off screens without the basketball, spotting up behind that 3-point line. Jared Martin's going to have his work cut out for following him through multiple picks on each possession down the floor.
Always a tough place to play for any opponent coming in. We'll see how the Lopes do against the Hawks here tonight. Kate, back over to you.
Well, guys, as you know, the Lopes have been playing almost double time with so many injuries. They've really had to rely on their starters who have already lost a lot of minutes so early into conference action. So I wonder, Scott, from a player's perspective as well as a coach, do you think the minutes played are on their mind of the Lopes team right now? And how do you counteract that? How do you stay strong for the whole season? When you go up against a non-WAC opponent like you are tonight, do you sit some of your starters for part of the game?
Well, I think Coach Marley does have to watch the minutes in which he's playing some of the starters, especially Martin and Russell. And those guys go for 38 or 40 minutes sometimes when they were really shorthanded without Braun and Jackson and Nudo. So if they can get up to a fast start tonight, get those guys some rest to be to the utmost important going back into Saturday's basketball game. But you don't want to overlook this San Diego Christian team, but you would like to get some minutes for guys that have been playing off that bench that really haven't been as productive off the bench as they was as starters, preferably Fifi and Dew and Oscar Frere. Really watching those two tonight, see how that they can come off the bench in extended minutes and really get themselves into a rhythm and start to elevate their games.
Yeah, it's all a balancing act, so we'll see how it carries out tonight. When we get to the action, we are counting you down to tip off here on the Lopes pregame show. And the only guy who can handle that balancing act with such finesse, well, it is Dan Marley, and he is up next on the show talking with our Barry Boutel. He's talking about that loss in Las Cruces, but the way the team bounced back at UTRGV. Dan Marley and much, much more on this Lopes pregame show continues here on the CW6. We'll be right back.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Be sure to tune into the Dan Marley Show for an up-close look at the GCU men's basketball team, recaps of recent WAC games, and hear detailed game analysis from the head coach, Dan Marley. Stay tuned for upcoming shows on the 21st of January, February 4th, and the 25th, and a final season recap show. That's the Dan Marley Show, only here on CW6. And the Lopes pregame show continues here from GCU Arena. Wow, up close and personal are you? As we are joined by the head coach.
That's not good for anybody.
Certainly not me, I know that. Coach, you traveled out on the road, and after a big win in the conference opener against Utah Valley, you traveled to New Mexico State. Las Cruces, it hasn't been kind for the Lopes.
It hasn't, but you know what? We started off bad. We're aggressive. 1 for 11 from the free throw line, couldn't score, dug ourselves a hole, but then we came out at halftime and cut it to 2 and battled, but just couldn't get it done. I thought we played well. We didn't rebound the basketball, and we didn't shoot well from the free throw line, and those 2 things you can't do on the road and expect to win, but I think we took a positive step.
Yeah, definitely in the second half. 62% shooting from the field, and you mentioned the rebounding and free throw percentages were not where you wanted to be.
Yeah, our big guys really have to get better. If we're going to throw it in there and they're going to get fouled, they got to be able to make some free throws. And Kerwin and Keontae, they didn't do that, but they played hard. And then we got to do a better job of boxing out. They just out physicaled us and wanted the ball more than us. And as I said, if you have that kind of effort on the road, you're not going to win.
And then you rebounded, though. You went to UTRGV, the Vaqueros, and you beat them big time. And I know rebounding was a big message that you must have delivered to the team. You had 46 in the game.
Well, we talked about it. We came out and played well. in the first opening minute of that game. They fought back, cut it to 1 at halftime, and then we came out and made some big shots and thought that we handled their pressure, although we had 20 turnovers, which is not like us, but we were able to rebound the basketball. Keontae had a great game. Dwayne played well again. Josh didn't make a whole lot of shots, but 11-11 from the free throw line. And anytime you can go out on the road and win, especially in WAC, you feel good about it.
Yeah, career high 20 for Keontae Vernon in the game. But before that game at UTRGV, Darian Clark goes down when re-injuring that right shoulder.
Yeah, we got into UTRGV, and he dove for a loose ball during practice, and he kind of popped the thing out again. So he'll be day-to-day. We'll just see how it goes. There's nothing we can do about it. It's more of a pain tolerance for him, so hopefully he'll be back soon.
Well, are there any reinforcements on the way? I'm seeing Kenzo Nudo.
There's no plans of it right now. You know, Kenzo's just 4 months out of the surgery,
Amazing.
so he's worked extremely hard. He's a hard worker, can really shoot the ball, but you know, we're looking more for him to help us next year. This year it matters a lot to us, but as we know, we can't go to the tournament or even go to the conference tournament, so we want to make sure he's fully healed before we get him out there and able to play. But he's worked extremely hard, so hopefully it'll be sooner than later.
Well, he's certainly been doing the work. I mean, the recovery time from Achilles is just it's unheard of.
These young kids,
aren't
you know,
they? Huh?
Those flat bellies.
Josh Braun, he is, of course, coming back from an injury himself. How has he looked? How has he been pacing himself? Obviously, game shape is unlike, you know, ramping up and getting back
you know,
into the
Josh
lineup.
is fine. You know, to come out and have 31 in your first game back after missing so many games, that's just unheard of. And he had a great shooting night. He struggled a little bit at New Mexico State, struggled a little bit at UTRGV with his shot, but he's a guy that's going to battle and still gets the free throw line. He's going to make his free throws, and as he keeps rounding into game shape, he'll get better and better. And, you know, he was the WAC preseason player of the year for a reason. The guy does so much for us, and we're just happy to have him back.
When you look at the numbers, you look at maybe some that are dropping off a little bit in Oscar Freire and Fifi Edu. What do you think about their overall play as of late?
Well, you know, they're not getting the same playing time because we do have guys back. Oscar's still trying to figure it out. I think he started to live by that jumper way too much instead of using his athleticism. He has to concentrate on that. He's got to find a game. Right now, he doesn't really have a game, and I told him he's got to be more than an athlete. And Fifi's just a freshman. He really should be redshirting. He's got it, you know, coming from in Finland. He doesn't know really what's going on out there. He has a hard time, a lot of different rules. And he's very, very talented. I'm excited about both those guys, and I know in the long run they'll be really good. But Oscar will probably get a little bit more playing time than Fifi will. Fifi's just got to figure it out, and he will.
This is a bit of an off day for you guys as you ramp up for Saturday. Not an off day, obviously. You got a game here tonight, but
I hope it's not an off
Seattle
day.
University. But it's a game that's not a conference game. You're taking on the Hawks from San Diego Christian.
Yeah, and you know, anytime we play at home, we want to play well. And I told our guys that this is a chance for us maybe to start getting on a little bit of a roll. If you look at our schedule, now it's going to be extremely hard. But I said there's not a game we shouldn't win. So there's no reason that we shouldn't go in every game and feel like we got to win, especially here at home, obviously. And we have the tendency to either play up to our opponents or play down, and we can't allow that to happen here tonight. If we do, we'll be in for another struggle. So I want us to really dominate on the board, play really good defense, share the ball, and play hard for 40 minutes.
All right, we'll look forward tonight. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, head coach Dan Marley, our guest. Stay with us more. The Lopes pregame show continues as we roll along here from GCU Arena. The atmosphere has been a big topic of conversation across the nation as the Lopes have hosted and played some big-time schools here at GCU Arena. We'll show you the coordination that it takes to put the show on when we return. You're watching the Lopes pregame show on CW6.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Welcome back. We're getting you set for Lopes basketball here on the CW6. You're dialed in right now to Division I men's college action, and it's going to be a good one tonight as GCU returns back to its home arena where they have won 7 straight over the last month as the Hawks of San Diego Christian come to town tonight. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks for joining us here on the Lopes pregame show. And if you've been lucky enough to attend a Lopes game in person, or you follow along here on the CW6 or online, you know it is quite the production on game day. There's a lot of events leading up to the game outside the campus, coming into the door, lots of handouts from shirts to posters, and there's a lot of coordination that goes into making the game day carry off in the spectacular way that it does inside GCU Arena. It takes a lot of coordination from the administration, from the dance and cheer squads, as well as the band, and of course those Havocs. Sit back and take a look at how everyone gets ready for tip-off.
The thing that has turned GCU's basketball and athletics experience into something so incredibly special so fast, hands down, is the collaboration that the student section, the school, the cheer team, the band, the dance, and all of athletics uses together and is involved in. It's absolutely unbelievable the kind of support and collaboration that goes on here, and I don't think people really see how many people truly are involved in making this thing special, and it's really a pretty cool thing on campus.
Being a part of a team that works so well with cheer, band, and dance is huge, and not to mention the Havocs are the most important part of game day. They're the ones who bring the atmosphere, and we just help create that. We've done performances together, which has been so awesome, and just overall, I've never seen a program that works so well with one another.
Louisville and San Diego State coming here was a really big deal for all of the GCU atmosphere. It was unbelievable seeing the support and the madhouse that was the GCU Arena on that Saturday and Wednesday. The Louisville game, it was probably the loudest the arena has ever been, and then 4 days later the San Diego State game got even louder, and it was unreal. Probably my favorite experience in college so far.
We have a job that we have to do, but we're also enjoying doing it while we are performing, and I'm just so blessed to be a leader and help out in something so awesome, and just to see the outcome in the games, and when we hear other coaches complimenting, you know, all cheer, band, dance, and Havoc, like, it's really awesome to know that we were a part of it and we made it really special.
Secondly, I want to say this in college basketball in my 40-plus years was the toughest crowd I've ever faced. You got something special here, really special. Whether we go to Duke, Kentucky, and nothing was as tough as that environment tonight. Just really, really impressed with what you have here. You're going to, as soon as you get eligible for this tournament, you're going to have something really, really special.
Personally, I think this is the most exciting game that you can watch. Whether you're watching it on TV or whether you're here in the arena, there's nothing like it. There's nothing louder. There's nothing more exciting. Every part of our game is a production. Everything is scheduled out so that each time out, we're on the court as soon as that buzzer goes so that the people are entertained, the students stay excited. It's all choreographed and a lot of hard work has been put into it so that every person that comes here is entertained and they leave that arena saying, wow, there's something special going on there.
And if that doesn't make you want to come out to the arena to see a game live in person, I don't know what will. Luckily, we'll be able to bring it to you on TV as well here on the CW6. But it is an exciting atmosphere, and you heard Rick Pitino in that package talking about just the choreographed atmosphere here. A lot of opposing coaches have said it's hard to get their work done in here because there's a lot of noise and a lot of students making some havocs out here, huh? Breaking havoc for sure. All right, well, after this, speaking of those students, they have fun at the game, but they also put in the time working. We'll explain what it takes to be a student worker here at GCU. That's all when the Lopes pregame show continues right after this.
I'm Dominique. I'm a student here at Grand Canyon University studying hospitality management. My hospitality courses here are giving me a high-quality education from professors that I know have been successful. Being able to work while I'm in school has enriched my college experience. I feel like I know where I'm going and what I want to do. I've gone through things that can't necessarily be taught. And so that paired with everything that GCU is doing for me, I feel like, you know, is setting me up for success. To have someone say, like, I want you, that's like a lot for someone like me. They're changing people's lives. By changing my life, now you changed my little brothers and sisters because they saw that I went to college. It'll just be, you know, my greatest accomplishment, not just because it's a diploma, but because, you know, I did what no one really thought I could do. When they say, find your purpose, they mean it.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
All right, welcome back to the Lopes pregame show here on the CW6. As you're following along at home, we want you to be a part of our broadcast action tonight. So find us on Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag LopesRising. And who knows, your tweet might just scroll across the screen on the bottom. It's an interactive broadcast here, so jump on in and be a part of the action as the Lopes take on San Diego Christian. I'm Kate Longworth. We welcome you back here on the Lopes pregame show here on the CW6. And I'm joined by some very special students now who are workers here, student workers who get the job done here on campus. And this is a big thing on campus. So kind of just break it down for us. What happens here on campus with the student workers?
Right, so student workers apply online to become a student worker here at GCU. And we not only academically prepare them, but we professionally prepare them. We have career coaches in our office. And we also have different career fairs like the job fair and companies on campus here weekly at GCU.
And Bianca, it's amazing. 2,400 working students for 50 departments. Give us just an idea of how it all comes together.
Oh my gosh, we need more time. But, you know, it's just a lot of teamwork. We partner with lots of different departments on campus, and it just works well. Like our students take initiative, they get in there, they apply, and we just try to put them in jobs that suit them best.
And how do you train the students?
We have an orientation that we do. It's 4 hours. It's paid. We give them all kind of things like anti-harassment, the yucky stuff. But, you know, it's really good for them.
And I think back to my college days, not too long ago, of course. But when you're in college, you're trying to just get ready for the real world, and you don't know what's going to come at you. But when you have this applicable training here, and you get to really try to be surviving in a field you like, what is it like for the students, Alexa? How does it impact them?
Yeah, so our student workers impact us being managers here at GCU. Yeah. They're right alongside us learning real life, real experience, which is incredible. We give them that so when they go out and they get a real job, they're ready.
Yeah, and I think you probably get positive feedback from the students after they leave the program. Do you hear from them how this helped them?
We do. We try to hire them full time if we can. We have some in our office, which we love. But, you know, they love working on campus, and companies want them too. So they're in high demand. They're great.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal, and I've actually been fortunate enough to come in contact with some of the student workers. I mean, it's incredible that at the collegiate level, they are getting this real life experience. So I imagine before the program was in place to now, you notice a difference in the graduates.
Oh, definitely. And even the companies notice the difference in our GCU graduates. They stand out, and it's pretty incredible.
That is great. I mean, if you're a student at home wondering where to go to college, you learn a lot in the classroom, but where you really learn it is with real life experiences, and that's what GCU is making happen with this student worker program. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. Have fun tonight. I know you guys
make an impact, so here at GCU.
And that's a good thing to know. Everyone can be involved here in the community. All right, well, we are counting you down to tip off here at the Purple Pregame Party. It's underway, so we're going to check in on tonight's competition, but also the competition around the conference. How's the WAC shaping up? We'll show you right after this.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
It's the Purple pregame party here inside GCU Arena. It's a live look as we count it down to tip-off between the Lopes at 11-7 as the 5-10 Hawks of San Diego Christian come to town. The Lopes taking a brief pause from WAC action here on the CW6. You're watching the Lopes pregame show. The Lopes just returned from their first WAC road trip. They split the results out there, falling to New Mexico State, but they took the big victory at UTRGV. And tonight, not overlooking San Diego Christian as they try to prepare for what's in store as they continue WAC play over the weekend. So let's take a look at how the conference is shaping up. These are the latest results around the WAC. On Saturday night, Utah Valley came out on top over UMKC, 86-76 the final there. Brandon Rudolph with 16 points, 9 boards, 2 steals. And that was the first conference victory for the Wolverines. Meanwhile, Seattle U, that is the Lopes' next opponent, they took the victory over Chicago State. And CSU Bakersfield falling at New Mexico State. That means New Mexico State just keeps winning. That would be their 15th win in a row if you're keeping score at home. Their 37th straight home conference victory, 21st straight overall. So New Mexico State certainly the team to beat in the conference. Meanwhile, the women's team getting it done on their side of things. 60-59 with a last-minute buzzer beater from Bree Mobley. She shot with 6 seconds. It goes in, totaling her points to 20 overall, 8 boards. Grand Canyon with the big victory, 60-59. And now let's see how things are shaping up across the NCAA when we look at the men's top 25. Villanova's regained that top spot this week, defeating St. Paul last night, 76-46. Villanova at 18-1. Number 2, Kansas, they're 17-1. They were at Iowa State. They beat Iowa State last night, 76-72. Meanwhile, North Carolina beat Syracuse last night, 85-68. That was Roy Williams' 800th career victory. And Illinois is at Purdue. All right, that's the top 25. We've set the stage for the Lopes. All that's left now is how about some Division I college men's basketball coming your way here on the CW6. Right after this quick break, Barry and Scott, they'll be calling all the action. Sit tight. We're coming your way with a big basketball game for you tonight.
College isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
We have to start establishing that this is our place from here on out. Hey, this is what we played before. We're better safe than them. Let's go. Come on, go get him now. Let's go.
And from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes return home for the first of 2 games as they play host to the Hawks from San Diego Christian. Welcome to GCU basketball. Alongside 3-time NBA champ Scott Williams, I'm Barry Buttel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, the Lopes returning home after a split on the road. It began at New Mexico State and then finished strong at UTRGV. And as you look at the WAC standings, those Aggies are on top.
Yeah, they are on fire. Not only just on top, 15-game win streak.
4-0 overall are the Aggies. CSUB and Grand Canyon at 2-2, or 2-1 rather. But Keontae Vernon, the big story at UTRGV, and a big victory there as he had a career-high 20 points.
Tay was fantastic in this basketball game, really making himself a force in the paint. I love the fact he's able to use his wheels in transition so well now. Sets the high pick and roll, gets to the basket. He doesn't stick on those screens anymore. Really getting off them well, really freeing guys for easy opportunities. Not only making himself look good, but making his teammates as well.
Well, the NAIA Hawks come in 5-10 overall. Their leading player that we'll be taking a look at tonight is their forward, the sophomore Derek Novsik.
Yeah, 6'4", 180-pound combo guard. Does it good off the dribble. Likes to shoot the 3, coming off down screens and picks to bring him back up to the top. Wants to play a lot like Josh Braun. Can get inside, but prefers to stay on the perimeter.
All right, it's time to get things started here at GCU Arena. We'll send it over to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to GCU Arena and tonight's men's basketball matchup between the San Diego Christian College Hawks and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with a word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by career coach at the Career Impact Center, Aisha Bell.
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, we just thank you for this evening. We are so excited for another GCU basketball game. We ask that you be with each player and all the attendees, and especially all of our student workers and hiring managers who are being appreciated tonight because they make an impact. In your name, Lord, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Aisha. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by the Bourgade Catholic High School Choir under the direction of GCU alum and music director at Bourgade, Mr. Glenn Graysa. Catholic High School.
Nice job by the Bourgade Catholic High School Choir and Aisha Bell with our prayer. San Diego Christian College Hawks come in 5-10 overall. They're 3-6 away from El Cajon, California. Their head coach is Edgar Mendez in his 3rd season as head coach. The assistant is Dwayne Cosby. Here is Edgar Mendez's starting 5. Isaiah Milan, Hayden Frederick, Derek Nobsuk, Nathan Klekis, and Luis Salgado.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Milan tonight. A 6'1 sophomore, goes 175 pounds. He's a point guard. He leads this Hawk team in both scoring and assist.
At forward, a 6'4 sophomore, number 5.
The Hawks coming off an 82-62 loss on Thursday night against Biola University. They finished 11-15 overall. A year ago, 4-12 in the Golden State Athletic Conference of the NAIA. That's a non-conference matchup for the Lopes, taking on the Hawks from San Diego Christian College as the Lopes come back after splitting their 2-game road trip with a loss at New Mexico State and a victory at UTRGV. Time now to introduce you to GCU. Canyon State Credit Union starting lineups. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you. Dan Marley has these 5. Dwayne Russell, Jared Martin, Josh Braun, Keontae Vernon, and Kerwin Smith.
Yeah, Martin got his head right, literally. He worked with Coach Marley about keeping his head still on his shot. Coach Marley noticed he had a tendency to drop his head on his outside shot. Well, it must have worked because he bounced back with 14 big points against UTRGV. Be watching Martin all night long.
Keontae coming off a career-high 20 points in the victory at UTRGV. Dan Marley, the associate head coach, is Todd Lee. The assistants are Chris Crevalone, TJ Betson, director of basketball operations. Luke Dallariva, the assistant director of basketball ops, is Duffy Fall. The graduate assistant is Brendan Sabian. Lopes returning home, 11-7 overall, 2-1 in the conference. Jack Carr getting the honors in the center ring. Time now for Scott's keys to the game.
Yeah, it's actually their simple keys tonight, man. Keep it simple, stupid. Be fundamentally sound on the offensive side of the ball tonight. Set solid picks. Make the sure pass. Change the sides with the basketball. Really make this Hawks team work defensively and then break glass. I mean, a huge height advantage. Absolutely huge height advantage. Should absolutely punish this team on the boards tonight. Should be a positive, at least double-figure advantage on the glass. And then rocket launch. Thunder Dan needs to watch and limit the amount of playing time his starters have been logging, especially Russell and Martin. So a fast start tonight, build a large advantage is an absolute must. Get these guys some rest. Plus, you want to see what these young guys, Frere and Adu, can do when they're coming with the extended minutes off the bench. So you know what you got for the rest of the WAC play.
Lopes fans will remain on their feet until the Lopes hit their opening bucket. Students just returning to campus after holiday break. Referees, you see it, Dave Hall, Vern Harris, and Sean Lehigh. We are underway at GCU Arena, and the tip won by the Lopes. Dwayne Russell brings it up the court.
Havocs are really bringing it tonight.
Braun, Jared Martin up high. Keontae Vernon off the glass, gets fouled and puts it home.
Oh, Coach Marley likes to start each and every one of these basketball games with the high handoff. Keontae Vernon gets a nice back pick and an excellent pass by Jared Martin for the easy bucket foul. Good concentration to finish the play. Martin's got a chance to, Vernon's got a chance to go to the line for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Keontae stepping it up, 55% coming in from the line. Nobsuk out front. Salgado back to Nobsuk. Pulls down, driving baseline. Martin called for the foul.
Yeah, some miscommunication. Got a back strike there. They were trying to flare Nobsuk to the corner for one of his patented three-point shots. And a little confusion between Martin and Vernon on who was going to guard him.
Milan takes it, drives into the paint, bounce pass underneath. Klekis back out. Novsik to his right. Oh, double dribble.
Well, that's exactly the start GCU wants. Inside the foul, they want to put a lot of ball pressure on the Hawks. You know, they want to try to rattle this team early. They're used to playing against front of a hostile crowd like the Havocs are bringing the noise tonight. Make it tough for them on the offensive side.
Braun for three. Off the rim. Pulled down by Novsik. Loses the handle, and Vernon does as well. Oh, hot potato.
We're going to check that ball for some chicken grease. That thing was slipping out of everybody's hand. Novsik lost his footing, but Yarnan just simply tried to pick the basketball up. He was all alone. I don't know how he misplayed that ball, but dropped it right in front of us.
Back out. Salgado leaves it for Milan. Out front. Marcus to Novsik. Pulls down on Martin. Bounce pass. Gets picked off by Jared Martin.
Wonderful switch that time by Vernon and Martin.
Conference leader in steals. Jared Martin adding to that total. Stopping and popping. Dwayne Russell.
Well, Dwayne Russell can get to the 14-foot mark right there at the right side of the key. We call that the elbow. He's going to be lights out for this Hawks team real quick, because that is his money shot.
Bounce pass inside. Turnaround. Doesn't drop for Kleckett. Russell takes the handoff from Braun. Russell back out. Stopping and popping again. Oh, off the rim. Pulled down by the Hawks. This time it's Luis Salgado, National City, California. Frederick driving, pushes back out. Milan looking for three. He connects.
Excellent ball rotation that time by the Hawks. They found a shooter in the corner with a clean look.
Hawks get on the board with the three-pointer. 2-point lead. Braun. Smith comes out. Now to Jared Martin. Braun looking for three. Too heavy, pulled down there by the Hawks. Salgado.
GCU is getting good looks. You haven't had a couple of those good looks to fall.
Milan to his right. Frederick. Salgado. Frederick. Long three. In and out. Pulled down by Vernon.
Snatched by Vernon. GCU off and running.
Russell takes it from Martin. Comes in. Top of the key. Driving in the paint. Underhand and in.
Well, Russell made that 14-footer. He acted like he was going to pull up. The defender had to honor the shot since he'd already dropped one. Then he just put it in drive and got to the basket.
Isaiah Milan from San Diego, California, the sophomore point guard for the Hawks. Leaves it over to Novsik. Back out to Milan. Milan, his pass deflected by Martin. Driving baseline, push back out. Braun almost got a hand on it. Frederick from the key, in and out, pulled down by Vernon. 3 rebounds already. Ooh, Smith kind of being held there by Salgado. Couldn't grab it. On the run, Frederick knocked out of bounds by Vernon.
Well, if you're Coach Dan Mullen, you really like the pace of play right now. He would like an up-tempo game tonight. You can see this one here. After the steal, Russell hustling back, gets the poke away, preventing the easy bucket.
Gonzalez and Short in for the Hawks. Loses the handle. Braun has it. Back and forth. Martin driving. No, not there, but Kerwin Smith is.
Well, that's where Kerwin Smith has really developed his talent. Being able to run the floor, realizing he's got good wheels. Now he's got the strength to go up with a defender on him and still power that ball back through the basket.
Kerwin Smith definitely turning up the volume here. Seeing extended minutes. Making his presence felt. Gonzalez leaves for Milan. Russell putting that right hand in there. Gets it over to Salgado. He drives. Shot clock expired.
Wonderful defense that time by GCU. Swarming, helping, catching the turnover. I love this one by Braun. Really gets the defender going side to side. Jared Martin was able to go, but look at Kerwin Smith where he starts and where he finishes. Tremendous effort by that young man.
Let's travel courtside over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. I am joined now by the GCU women's softball coach, Ann Pearson. Thank you so much for being here. And let's just talk a little bit about the team last year, finishing 35-15 overall, 10-5 in conference action. What stands out to you that you saw out on the field?
Well, we were excited to have the opportunity to play against top teams. That helped us increase our RPI, which is going to set us up to get into postseason. Taylor Nolan broke the strikeout record. We had many kids on the postseason team, so we're really excited with what we have coming back as well.
And you guys are getting it done on the field, but in the classroom as well. The top GPA average in the entire nation. What's that mean to you, and what pride do you take in the fact that you guys are truly student athletes out there?
Well, it's the fact that the kids actually buy into the academic philosophy of the program that we've had from the beginning. It's tremendous professors here. It's our academic development program here. And it's just hard work and commitment on their part, and we're really proud of the kids.
And I imagine it's only going to get better because right now the play is so strong, but when you have a new state-of-the-art facility, the new stadium to play in, what's that mean to this program?
Well, to get the stadium that President Mueller is giving to us is unbelievable opportunity for all of us. It's going to help in recruiting, and I think it's going to surpass every expectation we have.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck in the season ahead. A great nucleus returning, so I'm guessing we can expect some more strong competition.
Yeah, and it really comes down to the kids buying in and the athletic administration and their support for President Mueller.
All right, we're looking forward to a great product and obviously a state-of-the-art facility to play.
Yeah, it's going to help us a lot. Again, bringing in other kids and just continue to build the program.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Ann Pearson. As she said, women's softball team continues to just play strong, going out there getting the job done.
Great program built by Ann Pearson and her staff, longest tenured coach here at GCU. That beautiful new softball stadium coming to fruition here on campus. Part of 10 new facilities in the next 2 years. Really unprecedented in all of D1 athletics. It's happening right here at Grand Canyon University. Ron Connect, 6-point lead, turnovers, 4 for the Hawks, just 1 for GCU. Gonzalez gets the ball over. Frederick back out front, this time short. Pushes back out. That's long range shot by Salgado off the mark. Here come the Lopes.
The Hawks are going to have to get some dribble penetration if they're going to stay in this basketball game. Already a 6-0 advantage, points in the paint. Something to keep an eye on as the rest of this game unfolds.
Kerwin owning it in the paint, drops it in the bucket.
As you can see, using that height advantage, just takes his time, surveys the rest of the defense, knows where his guy's at. He's in a bad way already. Nobody comes to help. Smith takes advantage.
7-0 run for the Lopes. Frederick driving to his left. Milan, he'll look for a 3. Oh, it makes its way in. Nice bounce.
Iron's so kind that time. Kid's got a nice soft shot. That one hung around the rim long enough to find its way down through the bottom.
Milan, the only points for the Hawks. Couple of 3s. 12-6 the margin. Inside again. Smith in the paint. Travel.
Yeah, he got away with the walk, lost his balance just a bit. He was hoping that contact playing off of it, but he pulled the chair out from underneath it. C23 up on him just a little bit, loses his body position and his balance when that contact comes off right there. Now he travels, takes that extra step.
Oscar Freyer in the game for Keontae Vernon. Milan to his right. Finds Gonzalez. He'll move out left. Blackish now to Milan. Milan driving up off the glass and in. It's the Isaiah Milan show for the Hawks.
Yeah, Freire lost sight of the basketball. Generally, he would have been in the help defense on that drive. He got twisted around when his man was trying to post up. Never saw the driver coming, couldn't recover in time to block the shot.
Russell for 3. Too heavy, Oscar Freire. Pushing foul underneath.
Yeah, right arm got extended away from his body into the defender's, into the defender's back, and that's a easy call for the official. Freire and Adu are 2 guys who really want to watch how they can perform off the bench. They're very good as starters, but now that you got some healthy bodies back out there, they're going to have to go to the bench. They're going to have to get used to staying in the game mentally while they're on the pine before their numbers called. I'd ask them.
Vinny Gonzalez called for the foul. Third team foul. Lopes 12, Milan 8.
He does have all their points, doesn't he? Doing a nice job. He's mixed up a couple three-point shots, and that drive to the basket is something that a lot of these Hawks team players are going to have to be fearless in going in there, even though they have a disadvantage.
Martin looked left for Frayer, went right. Braun leaves for Russell. Russell driving, dishes back up. Braun for three. Connects!
Now that's just too easy. That's just simple basketball right there. Small little pick, and let me go spot up by a three-point shutter. Hey, buddy, why don't you pass it back over to me, and I can knock this three down.
Milan backing up. Frayer's staying close. Pico Moore in the game for the Hawks. 0. Bounce pass inside, nice. Didn't turn to the bucket. Braun picks it off. Russell, look out! Off the glass and in.
I thought that might be one Russell might try to go in there and get his first dunk of the season, but he took the easy two. He's smiling over here at me because he knows I'm talking about him. He had a golden opportunity to flash that one down.
He was looking right over here.
Yeah, he knows I'm talking about him. I like when them guards get up and elevate and throw him down. Little big man.
Clock is off the mark. Russell to his left. Braun pulls down, drives, goes in the paint. Draws the foul. The question of who it's on Milan.
Love the defensive effort here. A lot of deflections, creating opportunities for easy runouts. And Russell here, think like he got his steps measured. He was going to go up and power that one down. Even I looked over at Keontae Vernon. He was disappointed. He looked back down the bench line because he was at the scorer's table ready to check in. And everyone just kind of shaking their heads like, when's it going to happen?
Vernon and Carr check in. Martin and Kerwin Smith. John Stanley in the game for the Hawks. As Edgar Mendez going deep on his bench, trying to keep his team fresh. Stanley, the 5'7" point guard, leaves it there. Gonzalez back to Stanley. Back out, Lamont. Moore stepped on the line.
Lopes defense really doing a good job. I mean, they're switching. Any kind of ball screens or dribble handoffs, they're switching. They don't normally do that. Normally you stay with your guys, big show out, then recover. But tonight, Coach Marley has flipped the script somewhat against this smaller team and saying, hey, we're going to switch anytime the ball and two players come together.
7-0 run, Lopes run, 4 of their last 5 from the field. Braun drops it in.
Braun's such a good post player. Everyone thinks about his outside shooting ability, and he's really worked hard at his post game. Just an easy little left shoulder turn there to an easy flip over the top.
8 points for Josh Braun. Gonzalez loses it. Russell on the run. What's he going to do? Bam! There it is, baby!
Yeah, a little eye for the bench and the rest of the guys. Dwayne Russell has gotten that proverbial dunk off his back there, so now he can relax and lay him in the rest of the season. It's a nice two-hand flush by little big man.
The crowd pleaser. Stanley. Bounce pass, almost picked. Ooh, Russell is active. So is Oscar Frayer. Oh, he loses it, goes out. It'll belong to the Hawks. Timeout on the floor. The Lopes in control. 23-8. Smiles all around early on for GCU. They begin the first of 2 on their home court. Leave it right here on CW6.
I'm Dewey, a student here at GCU studying communications. My dad graduated from GCU in 2009, and he is definitely bleeding purple. He loves GCU to the max. Me choosing to follow in his footsteps was the best idea I could have chosen. I absolutely love sports, playing them and watching them, and I could talk about them all day. GCU has made it possible for me to pursue my passion of becoming a sports broadcaster. The program they had here and the direction it could take me was exactly what I wanted and what I needed. knowing that I could talk to a professor or a counselor about literally anything that has to do with my academia or even just my personal life was encouraging and exciting to know. The friends and the roommates that I've had in the last 3 years have made my quality of life 1,000 times better. I am a GCU Lope, and I will forever always be one.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Grand Canyon men's basketball is brought to you in part by Canyon State Credit Union. Committed to you. Lopes on top, 23-8. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, just a quick injury update. We know that the Lopes continue this season to battle injuries. Darian Clark went out on the road. He dove for a ball at practice at UTRGV, re-injuring that shoulder. We know he was playing a little hurt as well, trying to come back and do what he could do out there, but not at full strength. So right now he's listed as day-to-day. Meanwhile, Kenzo Nudo has popped up a bit. People wondering if he'll get back into action. Well, he is just 4 months out of surgery. You got to remember that, and that's with the Achilles. And the team really expecting big things for him next year, so they don't want to push his return. Even if he's eligible and looking good, you see him at practice getting things done. However, they don't want to push it back and push him too soon, and I think that's really the delicate balance between Coach Marley, these players who want to get out there when the team is struggling with injuries, and of course the training staff. You want the team to be at full strength, but you really got to balance that delicate notion of when is a player truly ready, how bad do you need him. Of course, his Lopes squad wants to take the WAC this year, but they're not eligible for conference play or March Madness, so really want to save those resources for next year as well.
Long range shot off the mark by Nopsic. Keontae Vernon. All behind the back, putting on a show. Stanley, eyed by Vernon. Long 3 attempts off the front of the rim. And up over the top was Nopsic.
Nice job by Oscar Freire that time, and I love this one here. Keontae Vernon, possibly from that high post position, finds that young freshman who is an absolute high riser there. He put it in reverse and slammed that one through, so give him about a 9-5 for that, including the style points.
Lopes on a 13-0 run over the last 3 minutes, 13 seconds.
Yeah, they got a huge advantage points in the paint now. It's 16-2.
Russell, Freire. Carr drives, twists, turns, loses a handle. Knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. Carr to stay right there and inbound. Braun beyond the arc. Why not? Doesn't hit. Rebound. Freire battling after it.
He's just so quick. I mean, he was under the basket. That long rebound came out. Generally, guards get those balls.
Russell eyed by Aiden Frederick. Nice crossover move back out front. Vernon. Braun pulls down, drives, turns to his right, back to his left hand, and it goes in.
Hard working basket that time by Josh Braun. It was a great spin move.
Justin Garcia. Frederick drives. Braun. Oh. Russell actually called. .9:10 on the clock, 27-8. Lopes in control. Bounce pass inbound. Oh! VPA
You got to give the Hawks credit on that baseline out of bounds play. You got the nice man, big man, the biggest man that they have on their floor rolling right down the front of the rim right there. And even with the athletic ability of Adu, too late to recover on the back of Salgado.
Salgado connects, 47% free throw shooter coming in. Hits both. First points in 5 minutes for the Hawks. And the first besides Isaiah Milan. Russell looks for three. Pulled down by the Hawks. Short. Over to Garcia. Garcia back to his right. Looking right. Leaves for Frederick. He drives left. Pulls back out. Bounce pass off the hands of Salgado out of bounds. Russell, Frayer, Kerwin Smith, Farr, and Fifi Adu. Russell, Farr. Back front, Frayer leaves it there for Fifi. Fifi drives into the paint. He wants some. Gets his own rebound, pushes out to Frayer. Frayer, toes on the line for two.
Anytime that basketball's below the free throw line, gets close to that painted area, puts a lot of pressure on the defense. That's why the throw-out pass, that kick-out pass can be so effective. Defense is shrunk and gives the offensive player a good clean look at the basket.
Back out, long three, and it connects for Hayden Frederick.
Yeah, you can't guard Garcia down there. He's 5'6". Stay at home with your perimeter player. Make Garcia finish something around the rim. It can be very tough for that young fella to finish something underneath the basket.
Frayer. Back to Russell. Timeout on the floor, 7:39 to go. GCU on top by 16. Barry Buttel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth from GCU Arena. And they're taking on an NAIA foe in the Hawks coming in. And I think people probably expected the scoreboard to read what it shows, but we're seeing some nice highlights.
Yeah, we are seeing some nice highlights. And one that I really particularly like to watch is where Coach Marley tries to get a high percentage shot for one of his bigs and throw him a bone. I love this play right here. Got the ball in the front of the basket right there. Look at Keontae Vernon. He's starting way over here. And what he's going to do is run this side of the court here, and then they're switching the bigs underneath. Now that's caused a lot of mismatch and traction. What Smith's going to come back to is come back and crack back. He's supposed to set a big screen right here for Vernon to slip back door for the high handoff. Vernon is playing roll that. Actually, Smith is going to miss his pick, but the athleticism of Vernon is such that it still allows Vernon to get to the basket, still get that high handoff on that finish, but Smith actually missed his pick, but Vernon has thrown it so well, and Martin is so good at throwing that pass. It's become a very effective play for Coach Marley, and it gets the big guys moving, gets them involved. Now they'll do all the dirty work by helping out, playing defense, getting the rebounds, running the floor, and setting solid screens.
Wayne Russell also having some fun here early on. He's got 8 points. He even has a slam dunk.
I love this by Russell. He got to get to that right elbow for his pull-up off the dribble. Then now you got to honor that. He's just too fast when players play him too tight. Getting in transition, goes up with a two-hand slam. Highlight reel material here in the first half for number 0.
Lopes have the edge in rebounds, 10-5 in the paint. They are dominating 18-2. Be sure to get your GCU men's basketball tickets right now. Get Black Conference tickets, upcoming games, Saturday against Seattle U, CSU Bakersfield, New Mexico State, among others. Remember, the GCU Arena is a great place to bring the entire family. Reserve your tickets now by contacting the GCU box office at 602-639-8979 or simply log on to lopestickets.com.
And Kerwin Smith going back and getting right into the action, coming out of that timeout. So Coach Marley once again getting the big guys a bone here after a timeout situation.
Garcia to his left, leaves it there for Short. Short back over to Nopsik. Short looking for long distance, too heavy on the shot, pulled down by Carr. Carr up to his left, Fifi Adu, he's at the line. Off the rim and pulled down by Steven Short.
I really like to see Shaq Carr try to take advantage of their matchup. They have Garcia on Shaq Carr. He could use his height advantage.
Russell picks Garcia. Russell driving paint, leaves underneath. Kerwin Smith is fouled as he tried to go up to put it home.
Yeah, nice opportunity. That's that little drag screen and a roll of the basket by Kerwin Smith. I really like to see him develop that ability to catch that ball as he's moving to the basket and not bring it down below his waistband. But you gotta love this one by Russell. Just sees the back of Garcia's head and just goes over there and picks his pocket.
3 steals for Dwayne Russell already in the game. Kyle Corbett checks in for the Hawks. Shaq Carr with a soft little floater.
Yeah, he didn't have Garcia on him that time, but he knew that he had an opportunity to use his speed to get that little floater off the window.
Milan to his right. Lekis leaves it there for Noxick. He comes out front, looks inside, nobody home.
Really loving this defensive effort by GCU. I know South Diego Christian's not the whack opponents they're used to facing, but they're doing a good job moving their feet. I mean, that's another example of it right there by Martin.
Shaq Carr is fouled on his flight up to the basket.
I think Martin bumped knees with somebody on that last play. Walker Little's injury here at midcourt, but gotta like this one here by Martin. He just makes a simple pass, gets it over to Shaq Carr as he is coming up off of a down screen, goes right back the same direction in which he was coming before the defender has a chance to put on the brakes and put it in reverse.
Want to remind viewers that the Flash will air following the conclusion of this game on CW6. So leave it right here. Big night of TV on CW6.
GCU doing a nice job from the free throw line. 6 of 7 from the line. If you would have told you we've only missed 1 free throw, and that was missed by Josh Braun, would you believe me? Hey, the godfather of Phoenix sports, Jerry Colangelo in the house.
Milan drives to the hoop. 10 for Milan. Milan had 19 against the Aztecs from San Diego State.
And no surprise there, he's their leading scorer.
Fifi to his right. Kerwin Smith gathers it in, gets fouled underneath by Nathan Claggett.
That was a good delivery of the basketball that time by Fifi. He was patient. I think Kerwin Smith wanted it low, but Fifi was smart, so I'll throw it up here high to make sure you're the only one who can get your hands on it.
Kerwin coming in 34% from the line.
6'9", 222 pounds now. He's probably about 210 a year ago, and that redshirt year he put on a lot of muscle in that weight room, a lot of work, and developing both his upper body and his strength in his lower body for playing defense and posting up. So wasn't able to get those free throws to go, but playing in that starting lineup has been really good for Kerwin Smith. He's very active on both sides of the floor. And Kate mentioned that Darian Clark is battling that shoulder injury. It's going to be real big for Kerwin Smith to be able to play big and play extended minutes.
Lon pulls it back down. 3-point attempt, and it hits for Nathan Kleckis.
Yeah, Kleckis, good rotation. That time they pulled a page out of the GCU book by getting that ball down below that free throw line. Good rotation, good ball movement, finds the open man.
Approaching 5 minutes to go, opening half. Fifi Adu. Oh, it hits and comes back out.
That was a nice drive by Adu. He had the knife by a defender. The ball just would not stay down for him.
Frederick. He looks for 3. Oh, looky here, Aiden Frederick.
Nice back-to-back three-point shots. And finally getting some of those to go.
8-0 run here for the Hawks in the last minute 16. A little sloppy here with 4.5 to go. Oh no, Dwayne Russell, that left knee looky here to our left, to your right. That is not good. We need Jordy Hackett to come out here.
It looked like one of those ones when he was driving to the basket. It might have gone knee on knee here with the defender steps over, and you can see that left knee goes into the right knee. Watch that left knee there, goes right into the right knee of Milan, and he's in some serious pain. I don't think it was a twist or any type of ligament damage. That's just one of those ones that hurts like the dickens.
Injured member of the Lobes, number 0, Dwayne Russell.
They're literally carrying him off the floor. They picked him up and brought him over to the bench. Well, that's exactly what you did want to happen. You wanted, especially Russell and Martin, to have a nice, easy go out of here in this first half, build a double-digit lead, take that to the locker room, and then bring back a lot of the bench guys and give them extended minutes. Russell's been playing too many minutes too early in the season, and at some point in time, you know that's got to catch up with the young man.
Make sure we try to get updated information from Kate Longworth on that injury as quickly as possible. Jordy Hackett and crew working on him. Frederick driving, open lane. Lopes allowing the Hawks to come back and make some noise here. Braun's passed into Vernon, is picked off by the Hawks.
Vernon was not able to seal number 12 Plekas down there, and he worked in front of the post, stole that basketball. So what you did want happen, we had a nice 20-point advantage. You didn't want to see the Hawks cut into that lead, because you really would like to run Braun, Russell, and Martin in the second half.
Travel by Frederick. Timeout on the floor. 35-23 is the score. 3:49 to go, opening half. Lopes fans concerned about 0 to hero. Goes down with an apparent knee injury. We'll have more after we take this timeout.
GCU's College of Science, Engineering, and Technology offers a premier STEM education with relevant curricula designed to lead you to a career in the competitive fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. GCU is investing in the future of our STEM programs with multiple state-of-the-art facilities, providing students with access to cutting-edge technology. Our STEM education is motivated by a Christian worldview, which cultivates ethical decision-making. The College of Science, Engineering, and Technology fosters traits in adaptability, collaboration, creativity, as well as ethical and social awareness, which makes our graduates from our STEM programs more competitive. Through robust collaboration and partnership with industries that require a STEM-prepared workforce, our faculty concentrates exclusively on student success within a deeply nurturing Christian setting. Find out more at gcu.edu/CSET.
Welcome back inside GCU Arena. You're watching Lopes basketball here on the CW6 as GCU has the 35-23 lead over San Diego Christian. Well, just a few moments ago, you heard me speaking with Ann Pearson, the GCU women's softball team, about how their team had the best GPA in the NCAA. Well, the fall sports here at GCU, they followed suit. The Western Athletic Conference announced the 2016 academic all-WAC honors for men's and women's cross country, men's and women's soccer, and volleyball. And 51 of GCU's students were named to this list. There were only 248 student athletes total on the list. To be eligible for this, you had to complete at least one academic year and have a cumulative 3.2 GPA average. And across all the boards, the most sport that was recognized on this list was women's soccer players. As a former soccer player, guys, I can tell you it's true. Way smarter than those basketball players.
I take that one personally, Kate.
It might have been meant to have a little fun, right?
Yeah, GCU got a little sloppy there. Back-to-back turnovers led to an easy run out by San Diego Christian. So that huge advantage is now down to just 10-point advantage with 3:03 to play.
Wow, 12-0 run the last 2:48 for the Hawks. Josh Braun is fouled. Send it to Kate Longworth. More on Russell.
Well, guys, I'm just a few feet away from Zero the Hero right now, and his face is one of agony as Jordy, the trainer, working on him right now. It's his left knee. They are trying to bend it, extend it, just see what kind of movement he has on it. But his face right now says a lot. Not able to do much. They haven't applied ice yet. They're still just checking out the structure, if there's any structural damage. And in the next couple moments, I'll hope to have an update after I can speak with the trainer.
Thank you, Kate. Obviously, all those fans here in the arena and watching at home concerned about the leading scorer and the floor general for GCU, Dwayne Russell.
Yeah, nearly 24 points a game sitting over there on the trainer's table. I'm sure Coach Marley's got his eye on his basketball game, but he's hoping to get a positive word from that training staff.
Milan puts it home, and the Lopes are stone cold.
Yeah, a couple baskets from the free throw line, but Milan has been on fire tonight. He got 14 points on 6 of 6 shooting, and Shaq Carr goes inside.
Lopes needed a bucket. Milan again with his hands on the basketball.
Shaq Carr's done a nice job off that pine. Got a couple free throws. He's got a couple field goals, 6 points. All of a sudden, that GCU defense was so solid in the first half is giving up some easy opportunities from behind the three-point line and right in front of the rim.
Milan pulls back, driving on Carr. And how about Isaiah Milan from San Diego? Their leading scorer coming in at 16.5 points per game, and he's got 16 already.
Really a nice job driving that ball and getting Shaq Carr back on them roller skates, and he stopped. Shaq Carr can't move him backward. Got a clean look from about 13, 14 feet.
Braun for 3. Off the mark, pulled down by Milan. Coach Marley talked about this in the pregame show, talked about, we've got to get away from playing to the level of our competition, but we're seeing it yet again here tonight. After they got out to a huge lead, they've let the Hawks come back.
Yeah, 22-point advantage. They lost their focus. You had Dwayne Russell going down and making dunks. Guys on the team were laughing and smiling and joking, and I think they lost their focus defensively, and it has allowed this Hawks team to really get back into it. I mean, it's still a 10-point advantage, but this is a team that they should have stayed up 20 points on for most of this first half.
Lead is 9 now as Milan is perfect. 7 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line, 2 of 2 from the arc.
Well, when these Hawks players came out right before the start of the game, the crowd was doing its thing, and there's some smile on their faces. They're not used to playing in front of this many people and this loud. They were a little intimidated early on, but it's certainly settled down now.
Kerwin Smith takes the feed from Keontae Vernon.
If the GCU team is patient, they can get pretty much anything that they want inside. They're having a field day going inside, getting points inside that painted area.
Back out, pulled down. Knocks it, tries to go left hand off the mark, rebound. Oh, the Lopes were battling after it and knocked it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Hawks.
Go back to this one more time. Keontae Vernon has developed a real knack at being able to find his other partners in crime, the big guys underneath, and whether it's doing it from the high post or the low block, doing a real good job slipping his teammates the basketball.
Milan. 17 on the shot clock. Randall Buckles in the game. Gonzalez picked off. Frayer. Oscar. Left hand. Not there, but Keontae Vernon.
Oh, rim rocking, rim rat breaking the glass here. Keontae Vernon, much like Kerwin Smith did earlier, doing a nice job using his wheels in transition. Now, can they get a stop here in the half?
11, 10, Milan. 8, driving, pulls back, looks for the bucket, off the front of the rim. Braun battled after it, bounce pass, Buckles, oh, and they put it home.
Took advantage of second chance points right before the break to keep it a 10-point disadvantage. If you're San Diego Christian, you got to feel like you played pretty good basketball there. You're a little stunned early by the crowd. Got yourself settled down, fought back, cut it to that 22-point disadvantage, cut it to 10.
All right, let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Coach, coming off that UTRGV victory on the road, team starting off with strong intensity here. What did you like in the first half?
We started off good, but we didn't sustain it. Start not guarding, leaving guys open. They started making threes, then driving by us. Number one's got 18, missed one shot, so it's the same old story. Our guys got to step up. They play down. I mean, not play down, but they just don't play hard all the time, and they just think they can just coast. And it's frustrating. So our guys have to do better, and when you get somebody down, you just got to bury them, and we keep letting teams get back into it.
What do you say to your team when the competition may not be as intense as that WAC conference play? What do you say to them at halftime so they breathe?
Well, we're not very good, so we can't ever do that. We got to play hard no matter who we're playing, and that team's playing good, so we got to play better, and it's just it's frustrating. So we got to come out here in the second half and play better. We got to guard and do the things that we practice.
All right, wishing you the best in the second half. Dan Marley, as we know, guys, he is a hard critic, and obviously when one of your star players goes down, that is on your mind. I do have an update on Dwayne Russell. He has a bone bruise on his left knee. He is icing that. He will be joining the team at halftime, but with a game like tonight, they'll probably end up playing it safe. We'll see how it all plays out.
All right, thanks for that update. 10-point lead for the Lopes. Kate will be back with more of our halftime festivities from GCU Arena. So keep it right here on CW6.
Our company's Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman. He was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwright was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
Welcome back. You're watching Division I college basketball here on the CW6 at halftime here at GCU Arena. The Lopes with the 43-33 lead over San Diego Christian. I'm Kate Longworth, welcoming you in on the Lopes halftime show, and I am with one of the people who get the job done here at the arena. I know you're watching the players out on the court, but what you don't know is not really behind the scenes, because they certainly make themselves noticed. This is the student section known as the Havocs, and the guy behind all the madness with the Havocs is Karsten Kem. And Karsten, you do such an incredible job with the student section. First of all, how did it even all come about? How do you organize these Havocs?
You know what, honestly, at the end of the day, it's just the students coming out. We just make sure we set up the tailgate beforehand, make sure that they have their gear and everything so they can head in and it'd be a seamless transition.
What's it mean to the student section when you guys are getting nationally recognized from other coaches calling out how you're impacting their game?
Oh my goodness, yeah. You know what, it's so cool. And the crazy thing about it is it's just gonna make them want to come out and be even better. So it's awesome.
And you guys obviously make things happen here at GCU Arena, but you also took the show on the road, heading down to Arizona and also over to New Mexico State. What were those trips like, and what's the response you get from the others?
You know what, the cool thing about U of A is we did nothing. All the students just went down there by themselves and made it a great trip. New Mexico State, we took 3 buses full of Havocs over there, and we made an impact on the game. It was great, a lot of fun.
How does it fuel your fire when you see that you guys are having an impact on what's happening on the court?
You know what? It's crazy because both teams notice it. Like, we could see New Mexico State's, their basketball team, they were getting kind of jealous of the Havocs. They wanted some.
And you say that you just show up, but there is some preparation that goes into it. You guys do your homework. On every seat of the student section, there's these little Havoc notes, and it's notes about the opposing team and all the players. Who compiles these notes? Because you guys have inside information on these schools and these players.
Yeah, we do a lot of research. A lot of these guys here will send in stuff about the opposing team. Kind of funny what you'll find on social media. It's something to think about. Don't post what you don't want someone you don't want to know it.
That's right. The Havocs get to the bottom of things. They will find out what subject the player's struggling with, and they'll use that in the game plan. So it all carries out, and we'd like to see you guys having fun out there. Thanks so much for joining us at halftime.
Thank you very much, Kate.
All right, Larson and the Havocs making things happen here at GCU Arena, and it impacts what happens on the court. Right now, the Lopes with a 10-point lead at the break, and right after this, Scott and Barry back with much, much more, recapping the first half.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Halftime at GCU Arena, the Lopes on top by 10. Barry Vitale, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth here from Phoenix, Arizona. In a game that, well, that's a 10-point lead that the Lopes have pretty much dominated throughout. The Hawks did go on a run here to close out the opening half, but the update on the injury, a bone bruise right now to Dwayne Russell, but everybody kind of keeping their fingers crossed with Darian Clark already out with that re-injuring that right shoulder, so he's out. You can ill afford to have Dwayne Russell miss any action.
No, I mean, you got to do, and you got Carr, but he's not. They're both not Russell, and he misses leadership. You miss his scoring. Bone bruise, you ice it down. You take care of that one as quickly as possible. If you don't need him in the second half, you don't play him.
Let's check out our first half highlights. We begin with Keontae Vernon taking the feed from Jared Martin.
Yeah, Keontae Vernon likes the high handoff. He had himself a nice first half, going 2 for 2 from the field. That's 5 points. And then Milan, he was absolutely the best player on the floor in that first half. He's 7 of 8 shooting. He's got 18 points in just 14 minutes of action. And then I like this one here, using his wheels in transition. Martin not able to get that one to go. Kerwin Smith goes in there and follows it up with a big slam. And Dwayne Russell, this is when all things was going on smiles right now. They were having a good time. It was a party on the GCU bench when he dunked that one. And Oscar Frere, he got into the action off the pine, put that one in reverse. Josh Braun had a nice first half, knocking down a 3-point shot. They had a 22-point advantage, but then come storming back. San Diego Christian, they love that one by Fredericks with a 3. Kleckis has got himself going. He knocked down the 3-point shot after the ball went inside. They stole the momentum in that first half going into the locker room. Kate Smith with a K dunk, and Coach Martin was not happy that the team lost their focus defensively. Let San Diego Christian shoot 50% in that first half after really forcing a lot of turnovers early on. A huge point
advantage in the painted area, 28-12. They're taking care of the basketball, but they're just not doing the job defensively.
5 3-point field goals for the Hawks, and they've narrowed this lead to just 10 after the Lopes led it at one point by 22 in the game. But the big story, certainly in the opening half, is the injury to Dwayne Russell. Let's take a look at that knee on Milan.
Well, he likes to drive right. That's a strong hand, but you can see just that left knee goes right into the right knee of Milan. And that's just one that stings. It all depends on how much swelling gets into that knee and onto that bone. And if you don't need them, put that ice on there. Make sure you keep the swelling out of it, because you're going to need them on Saturday night.
Yeah, I would think we're probably not even going to see him, even if he were able to play. Put some ice on that, let him rest. We need him on Saturday, obviously, the Lopes do against Seattle.
Yeah, the WAC play is more important. You have enough firepower in this basketball game without Russell to win this one. And if you have the opportunity, I say Rustin.
All right, Kay, we'll be back with more here from GCU Arena. Again, the Lopes up by 10 over the Hawks from San Diego Christian here on CW6.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692. GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. Lopes with a 10-point lead here at the break over San Diego Christian. 43-33 the score before we get things underway in the second half. And leading the way for all scores. We're going to get to that with the Hawks, but what a sight to see. Dwayne Russell back on the court with his teammates. Right before halftime, he was sitting on the trainer's table, icing his left knee, but it thankfully is just a bone bruise. And hey, I guess when you're zero the hero, you're just ready to go. Let's take a look at those leading scores. As I mentioned, leading the way for all scores is one of the Hawk stars, Milan with 18 points, followed by Frederick with 18. The two of them combined for 26 of the Hawks' total 33 points. Meanwhile, on the Lopes side, Dwayne Russell making things happen. He and Kerwin Smith both have 8 points. Shaq Carr with 6 and leading the way for the Lopes. Josh Braun just 3 games back from that knee injury. He has 12 points in the game. Again, a welcome sight to see Dwayne Russell back on the court with the Lopes warming up. And we'll see what's in store for the second half. We'll be right back with more college basketball here on the CW6. Sit tight.
college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Second half just underway at GCU Arena. Great news, Dwayne Russell on the court. Incredible. Collective sigh of relief. Milan. Ooh, they tried a little payback there, did the Hawks, to begin the second half, but a little alley-oop didn't work. Martin pulled back. We give the Hawks a little bit of credit there. Vernon, Braun to his left. Martin open look for three. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound, Hawks. Milan.
The second shot of the game that Jared Martin has taken. Hard to get yourself into a rhythm when you've only taken one shot. So he came out in the second half looking to be aggressive early.
Delgado. Not sick, long distance, too heavy. Rebound into Braun's hands for Russell. Driving. Showing no ill effects off the glass and in. The seats can be taken here by the fans at GCU Arena.
Well, I question why Russell would even be out there in this basketball game, but he seems to be moving quite well. But you had a worse worry about him getting hurt in another way. He just got knocked to the floor out there 35 feet away from the basket.
I wonder if it's racing through Coach Marley's head right now.
Maybe he really wants to get him a chance to go out there and see that he can go on it full speed against competition, and his minutes will be shortened here in the second half.
Stopping and popping. Rebound Hawks. Aiden Frederick brings it up for the Hawks. Goes to his left, goes to his right. Knocks it.
We got Josh Braun, I believe, on a hold as he was getting beat to the basket. Look at Russell one more time, gets that deflection, and you can see just going after Milan, just puts a little shoulder, and then Russell went down like a ton of bricks. I'd be more cautious with my star, the leading WAC scorer.
Milan tried to go up over the top. Pushed out by Salgado, but goes out of bounds. Lopes ball.
Yeah, it appeared to me that Milan and Novzik wasn't sure who that pass was supposed to go to, and neither one of them decided to go after it aggressively.
Oh, Martin tried to feed Smith, caught him leaning one way to his left and beyond his reach.
Yeah, I think Coach Marley was upset. He almost took his jacket off after that one. He didn't know what happened, and you can see Keontae Vernon with the early sit down here is going to go to his bench and bring in the young freshmen. I'm pretty sure we'll see Vernon again tonight, but after the game he had against University of Texas Rio Grande, went for a career high 20 points. I'm sure he's going to get some more minutes.
Frederick. Salgado long distance. Martin pulled it down over Knopsick. Russell, had by Milan, moves to his right. Goes to his left. Smith comes out to help. Push back Braun for three. Bam!
That's real nice basketball right there. Good execution. Braun gets a down screen. Likes curling back up front of the basket where he can get a good look at the hoop.
Braun 2 of 6 from the arc. Lopes just 2 of 10 from three-point land this evening. Send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, as we know, the team just returned from its first WAC road trip, and they captured their first official win on the road. So what exactly is life on the road like for the Lopes? Well, we went straight to the sources to find out.
Road is hard. You really don't get to recover like you want to. You always flying. We had 2 flights to Texas, and it just was. Hotel wasn't as great as we would like it to be, and obviously it's not your bed, so you don't get to really get as good a sleep as you want to get. but everybody does it. It's no excuse for us, you know what I mean? So we just had to come out and find a way.
Well, it's fun because we know we always have a good group of guys, and Coach Marley keeps us entertained the whole time. And then it's kind of tough when we go into places like Rio. It's not a really fun place to go, so we just get to bond a little bit more as a team.
And Keontae and Dwayne are roommates when they're on the road, and they did talk after that New Mexico State loss. Talk about just how much the team needed a bounce-back victory, and they did certainly do just that. And Scott, from all your playing days, whether in the pros at the collegiate level, I mean, you could probably just touch on what life is like on the road when you're an athlete. I mean, obviously there's a difference too at the pro level to the collegiate level, but what's it like? How hard can it be?
Travel can be tough at times. I mean, it's funny that he complained about the rooms in the bed. Obviously, he wasn't staying at the Ritz-Carlton on the Four Seasons when you're going to some of these smaller cities, but you learn to deal with that. And I always enjoyed the bonding experience of getting to know my teammates away from basketball when you're waiting for a flight or you're on planes, buses, sitting around banquet rooms. And during the holidays is the toughest stretch when you're on the road, because you miss your family, you miss your friends, the traditions that you've established when you're younger. But it can be really rewarding to get to know people on a real intimate level when you're on the road, traveling with them.
Frederick off the mark. The Hawks 0 for 5 here to begin the second half, while the Lopes are 2 of 4. Russell to his left. Martin inside. Kerwin Smith off the glass. It's short and pulled down by Luis Salgado. We want to remind CW6 listeners that the watchers, the season finale of No Tomorrow will follow after the GCU game here tonight. And Arrow.
Oh, no excuse for that.
Wow.
Martin turned his head, got beat on the back door, then turn over the inbound pass for an easy 2 points. And Coach Marley will not be happy about that. The lack of focus in this game from this Lopes team has been higher than we've seen at any point in time this season. Possibly looking over this San Diego Christian team towards the game on Saturday against Seattle, but just turning ahead, throw right by the ear hole, and a lackadaisical inbounds pass. Not something you see out of Martin. And Coach Marley gets him and Martin and Vernon out of this basketball game. Let them think about what they need to do next time they step on the floor.
Carr, Braun, looking for some help from Frayer. Pulled back out. Carr to his right. Carr has an opening. Pushes back out. Frayer for 3. He connects.
A nice job there. I love that wraparound pass to the corner. And Frayer does a nice job. And there's a tendency for young players to creep in too much and not create that separation from the defense.
Clackett connects.
Clackett has got himself a good game going tonight as well. He knocks down another one there. He's got 6 points on the evening.
Milan called for the foul on Russell. Milan's going to check out. Coming in, Anthony Gonzalez. 51-40. Timeout on the floor. Let's send it over to Kate.
All right, thank you guys. I am joined by the WAC Pitcher of the Year, Lopes softball star Taylor Nolan. Thanks so much for being here, and you're coming off a tremendous 2016 season. What were some of the memories and highlights for you?
It was a good year. It was a lot of fun. I hope to do just as well this year. And yeah.
Yeah, 18-5 record for you, and I know you guys are returning a core group of ladies. So what are the goals for this upcoming season?
Goals, of course, are to win the WAC, obviously. We just hope to have a really good year. So yeah.
When you look at your numbers from last year, 132 strikeouts, 14 complete games. You're at the top of your game, but I know someone like you probably striving to get better and better each day. What have you done this offseason to come out and tackle for the next season?
We obviously practice really hard, go to weights every morning and stuff, so just practicing obviously and stuff. So can't wait for this season just to do the same thing. So.
And GCU takes a lot of pride in its athletic department, in its athletic programs. And for you guys, you're getting a new stadium, state of the art. What's that mean to you to be playing in a facility like that?
Oh, we can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We can't wait for it to be finished finally and to get back on our field. We've been practicing at high school, so we're excited to be back at GCU.
When you're a player, do you notice the difference when you have a great facility like that? Does it help fuel your fire out on the field?
Yeah, it's cool to be in a nice stadium, just, yeah, with the surrounding of all the people and everything. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
And with the upcoming season, you guys have a lot to repeat in the classroom as well. You collectively, the team had the best GPA in all of NCAA. What did that mean to you guys?
It means a lot. We're a smart team, so it's cool to be the smart kids on campus. So.
All right, thank you so much, Taylor. Best of luck next year.
Thank you.
And Scott, you hear that again. Women athletes talking about how great they can do in the classroom.
I love it. Throws a mean pitch, too.
Wow, Carr's inbound, picked off by Milan, and he leaves little doubt.
Coach Marley,
sloppy.
Look on his face like, what is going on? Well, you're generally so good at baseline, out of bounds plays, the execution. They barely get the ball in without turning the basketball over if they're lucky.
So they're getting out of their system tonight. Braun driving. Gets his own miss and puts it back.
They stayed with it. It went hard in there, got the first shot blocked. So fortunate for him, it came right back to him. He was able to go up on the other side of the basket where there weren't any defenders. They needed that bucket.
Knopsic, bounce pass, pushes back out. Salgado inside, takes it back. Milan now moves to his right. Inside, underneath, and put back by Luis Salgado.
Too many layups. I'm counting 4 layups here in early going of this second half.
Hawks started 0 for 5 from the field. Since then, they're 5 for 5. Braun pulls down, driving baseline, stopping, popping. Big rebound, pulled down there by Derek Knopsic. Milan to his left. Frayer eyeing him. Looking to drive. Frayer called for the foul.
Yeah, Milan does a nice job. I'm sure Coach Marley got all over his troops about getting a hand in his face, making this kid put the ball on the floor no matter who's on him. And if you do get beat, you worry, you think you're going to get some help defense. But Frayer's got to do a little bit better job of realizing that when he does drive, he's going to try to get to his body.
Frayer got a little hand on that. Racing after it, picking up is Stephen Short. Leaves it there for Gonzalez. He moves to his left. Looking inside, Short baseline, push back out Milan for 3. Rings out, Carr with the rebound, Lisa Russell. Braun, open look 3, bam!
Now Josh Braun has started to heat up. He's got himself 20 points on 6 of 11, shooting 3 3-point shots in the game.
Gonzalez back to his right. Short. Knopsic. Looking to drive in the paint over Vernon. Aaron shot. Loose ball. Carr brings it up quickly. Oscar Frayer with some speed. Too heavy. Little flat. Oh, wants it back to Frayer. Gonzalez trying to get it over to Short. Frayer wouldn't give up. Oh! Pushed it right back into Gonzalez.
Well, I thought Frayer was floundering around. He was going to get cut for a foul, but boy, he kid is so athletic. Every time he went after it, he was able to get a clean deflection. Finally, when it looked like he had the steal, the easiest play, he kind of lost it. But look at this one more time. Dwayne Russell sees his main man on that right wing, and Josh Braun knows how to put it to bed. But look at Frayer. He's just all over. He got the deflection there, little tap there. Comes back in and steals it away again. Thinks he's got it, then oh, no. Just not able to find one of his mates when he was on the ground.
Whistles call a timeout. Stephen Short knocked in the chin a bit.
Yeah, well, that too, and I think there was a wet spot. You know, the player go to the floor, they always go concerned about the perspiration from their body and their jersey causing a wet spot on the floor. And, you know, sneakers on wet wood, never a good combination. So, nice job to stop the play. Let maintenance crew get out there and clean up the aisle.
Fleckers leaves for Milan. On with 22 points. Kiko Moore back in the game. Junior from San Diego. Milan eyed by Freyer. To his right, Corbett. Shot clock expires.
That's a little sin. That offense right in front of the Hawks bench, and then no one even on the bench realized the shot clock was about to expire, alerting their players on the floor. They got to get a shot up. That's a big slip by the bench over there by San Diego Christian.
Mendez looking at his bench saying, guys, how about some eyeballs on the clock? Vernon underneath!
Nice job by Vernon pushing the defender up the lane, creating enough space for Freyer to be able to drop that one right over the top of the defender.
Ooh, Russell trying to pick Milan's pocket. Well, he's got a hand on it. Went into the hands of Gonzalez.
Look at a lot of deflections defensively. Not able to get all the steals that they want, but those deflections disrupt the offense.
Milan on Braun, pulls back. Three-point attempt. Off the mark.
I think the officials are going to say that ball went over the backboard. Don't see that call very often.
No, you do not. Timeout on the floor, 11:37 to go, second half. Lopes up by 14 over the Hawks from San Diego Christian on CW6.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening. Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Welcome back. A live look inside GCU Arena where there's just under 12 minutes to go in the second half. Right now, Lopes on top of San Diego Christian, 58-44. And big news coming out of the Western Athletic Conference this past week as California Baptist University has accepted an invitation to join WAC action. CBU and WAC officials announced this in a joint news conference. The invitation is contingent upon CBU completing the reclassification process from NCAA Division II to I. The Lancers will begin WAC regular season competition during the 2018-19 school year. The Lancers, which last year placed fourth in the NCAA Division II Learfield Sports Directors Cup, recently earned the President's Award for Academic Excellence for a 4-year academic success rates of 90% or higher. So we welcome in California Baptist University into WAC action play.
Definitely, yeah. Welcome to the Lancers from Cal Baptist. Lopes know all about those Directors Cups. They won a few of their own. Oscar Freyer up over the top of Corbett. Puts it home. 7-0 run here for the Lopes. Kiko Moore. Have it on Freyer. No bucket. Freyer is going to be called. Third on Oscar.
You gotta love this one by Oscar Freyer right there. A little swim move right over the top of the defender. Just keep going the same direction after you got him whooped.
Milan peeling his way out. Push back. Looking to feed it. Klekis. Gonzalez. Back to Klekis. 10 on the shot clock. Hawks being pushed back. More. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. He's got to shoot. At the buzzer, they put it in. Corbett. We're going to take a look.
Really? That was really good defense that time by GCU. I mean, great switching out on the perimeter. Challenged what they thought was the shot, and Moore was able to find one of his teammates down on the right side. I thought it was pretty obvious that beat the shot clock, but maybe I'm mistaken. I can see it's at 1 now, and then it looks to me to be out of his hand before that ball goes up and caroms off the glass.
Yeah, partner, what's the over-under that they're going to come over here and want to see it?
We're not giving it to them tonight.
No?
No. I think
this is like a standoff. You're not going to allow it?
I'm allowing the points to be awarded just so we can keep playing the game. My pet peeve, I think, is I'm getting ornery in my old age. It's a lot of the stoppage in play, and both the college and the professional level, what seems to be a bit unnecessary. That everything wants to be an official review. I can see if this was a 2-point game with under a minute to play, but you know, normally these things have a way of evening themselves out over a 35 or 40 game college season, or even an 82 or 100 game pro season. So
look at Russell.
There's too much stoppage.
Oh, he just schooled Milan, didn't he?
Milan obviously like feeling okay.
GCU finding some success here in the second half from three-point land. They're 3 of 4. First half, they were 1 of 8. Bounce pass, Vernon quickly, bounce pass. Oscar Freyer! Oh, living on a Freyer!
I like that one, partner. That was really what I liked, was the great passing. Nice drop pass into the high post for Keontae Vernon. He has a nice drop down to the low post.
Props to Chris in the tape room for that line. Vernon, oh, he took the feed from Russell, went off of the leg.
Well, we get an advantage now. They pumped it back up, 16 points. I love this. We'll see that little drop pass there by Shaq Carr, and then the nice drop pass by Vernon over to Frere. And Frere's got that athletic ability. I love that one there. He went up there and put it in reverse, slam it back home with your back to the basket.
Keontae has 3 assists. Looking for an open man. He finds Russell. Russell fakes to his right. Does it twice. Hey, why not 3? Rings out. Kiko Moore, big rebound. Look out. Shaq Carr tried to keep it in. Knocked it behind the end line.
That's the kind of effort you want. I mean, Shaq Carr, he's fighting for minutes. And he's been a starter at one point in a couple games this year. And Russell had to sit out. He's gone to the bench. He's come well and played off the bench. And then Fifi Adu came back in there, had an opportunity to get some starters minutes, and he played well, and Shaq Carr had to go back to the Pines. So Shaq Carr doing a nice job saying, I can handle the basketball, take care of it, find guys, make guys on the floor better, yet still play solid defense. Got a whistle for the hold there. This guy was going back to the basket. This is where GCU's got to tighten up its defense right here. These baseline out of bounds play, make it a little tougher.
That was back-to-back fouls. Vernon called, and then Shaq Carr gets called for grabbing onto a jersey. Kiko Moore turnaround short. Vernon the only player there for the rebound.
Yeah, Vernon doing a nice job on the gas. Now give him 7 rebounds in this contest. Good job passing the basketball. He's got 3 assists, and he's a perfect 3 of 3 from the field.
Brought up high.
Well, Josh Braun and Martin, I think, are 2 best at throwing that high handoff. Now Vernon, I said he was 3 for 3, and now he's making 4 for 4, shooting a high percentage. So take it up right where he left off down in Texas.
Bounce pass inside, and a hard foul there on Frederick. She was taking it to the bucket.
Well, I like that effort by Frederick. But look at that one there by Josh Braun. He puts it right on the money. And Keontae Vernon's able to get that one in stride, finish it hard. And that thing rim rocking, whole backboard shaking.
Hayden Frederick to the line, 60% free throw shooter from Mission Viejo, California.
Frederick is shot with that much distraction in their conference play.
Havoc's in the pep band, the cheerleaders, they got fat heads, and all kind of distractions happening behind the basket. Kids shooting into miss them both, but Lopes don't get to secure the rebound.
And on and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Hawks. 25 on the shot clock. Kerwin Smith's going to check in for Keontae Vernon. Milan checked out for the Hawks. Sean Stanley came in for him. Stanley has it now. To his right, Frayer on him. Moore driving baseline, stops, looks to move in. Oh, brought up over the top. He denied him.
Smothered chicken that time, and Russell's running that white wing. He threw his hand up like he wanted Frayer to throw him an alley-oop. Frayer just said, no, that's not happening.
Russell drives right by Stanley, lost his footing, couldn't move on it. Moore got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock.
And Moore's trying to go hard to the hole, giving up a lot of height there to Josh Braun, who just smothers that basketball before it has a chance to get out of the hands of Moore. Braun doing it on both ends tonight. He got the 20 points and a couple good defensive plays.
Frayer for 3, doesn't go. Carr's there off the glass, and he kisses it back in.
Yeah, Novak got caught ball watch. He got pushed up underneath the basket. Easy opportunity for Shaq Carr. I tell you, Shaq Carr is a hungry basketball player tonight. Got himself 8 points and 6 boards.
The lead is 20 now for the Lopes. With their serious caps back on. Stanley bounce pass. Oh, look out. Roderick. Corbett coming out in a little bit of hip to Braun and hits the 3 at the buzzer.
Now you're up 17 points in this game. How much longer are you going to keep Dwayne Russell and Josh Braun on this floor? And Josh Braun coming off knee issues. He's done his work tonight. He's got a nice little sweat going. Russell with a knee injury earlier this evening. Can't risk these guys getting dinged up anymore going into the Seattle game on Saturday.
Timeout on the floor with the Lopes in control, 66-49. Josh Braun, 3 of 7 from the arc, 20 points overall, definitely stepping it up here in the second half.
I just like the way the mayor goes about his business because he knows he's got opportunities offensively with Dwayne Russell. If he runs the floor and gets to good spots, Russell will find him, but he's not just a shooter. He will post up, down low. He will look for his teammates, like the pass to Keontae Vernon. He's a complete basketball player, and that's one of the reasons why he's so valuable to this basketball team. I love that one there. Russell finds him, and then hard-working, twisting basketball play inside. We've seen him post up on that left block there, get a little chicken wing with the right shoulder, and I love that one in transition before the defense has got a chance to react. He knocks down a couple long-distance shots, so Josh Braun doing it all early tonight, but I'm just concerned that minutes tonight can have an ill effect going forward. He's got that knee trouble. Dwayne Russell's been banged up. Jared Martin's logged long minutes with going 38 to 40 times. Several different moments during the course of the season. We would really like to see those guys get shut down here. Play some of those younger players that need to develop and get into a rhythm and game action, like Fifi Adu, Shaq Carr, and Oscar Frayer.
Definitely would like to see Frayer and Fifi stepping it up. We've seen flashes here with Oscar Frayer. They'll need it. Coming up, conference play back in action Saturday night against Seattle University right here at GCU Arena. Then it's back on the road, UMKC, LaBelle Boyd and the Rouge. Then at Chicago State, player of the week in the conference, Fred Sims Jr. against Bethesda, coming up to close out January in a non-conference matchup. Then back at it February 4th against CSU Bakersfield, the conference champs a year ago. This conference definitely improving.
Yeah, I didn't know a whole lot about California Baptist. Nice to see them join the WAC. They're on Riverside, California. You know that, Barry? Another opportunity to go to the Golden State for more hoops action.
No doubt about it. That bench doing well for the Lopes. 19-4, the margin in scoring over the Hawks. Inbound by Shaq Carr after Frederick called for the foul on Braun. Russell driving past Stanley off the glass. Hoop and a hard.
Big. That's just my quicks are quicker than your quicks, and I don't need to do anything more than just engage my athleticism with a strong right-hand drive. And you got to get up and take that right hand away. Stanley's already at a disadvantage with Russell's speed, but you can't let him play to his strength. Got to force him to at least come back to the left.
Russell connects with a little bit of help. "22 straight games for Dwayne Russell in double figures. Beautiful feed by Stanley. Doesn't drop there for Luis Salgado. Fifi pulls down Russell to his left. Quickly Braun pulls down, drives in the paint, leaves it underneath. Foul called underneath the bucket.
And Josh Braun's knocked down a couple threes. Coach Mendez has been telling his players, fire out there, get him off that line, and then he puts it in drive. But you see at the end of that play, that pass was right on the money.
Russell, Braun designed Frayer for the alley-oop. Russell to his right, takes it himself, and Tier drops it into the bucket.
Yeah, Russell just said, hey, no reason for me to make this game any tougher for myself than it has to be. Just go ahead and use my speed and get to the basket.
Russell got a hand on that. Fifi tries to feed it up to Russell. Russell stops, goes glass, puts it home.
Well, 24 advantage now. I think Coach Marley's looking down his bench. He's going to make a move here shortly to get some guys in off that pine that don't get to see a heavy game action. No sense in rubbing it in here on San Diego Christian Hawks. I think doing you a favor and filling a gap in your schedule.
7-0 run for the Lopes over the last 1 minute. Frederick off the mark. Carr pulls it home. Spin move. Oh, loses the handle. Goes to Fifi. He leaves a blind pass. Frayer. Bam!
Well, you get easy looks in front of the basket. Your transition game gets going. There's two freshmen doing a nice job passing the ball to each other. And Oscar Frayer, he's extremely confident outside shooter.
Frayer with 14 points. 6 of 9 shooting.
I love this one. Shaq Carr, he doesn't panic when he loses the ball. Look at that swing, find the corner man. Frayer knocking it down. A nice job. Ball doesn't stick. It just gives that offensive player an extra 3/10 of a second. Gather that thing, get a clean look before the defense has a chance to catch up in rotation.
Good ball movement here in the second half. 8 assists on the 14 field goals in the second half for the Lopes. After their scintillating win Saturday at home against UTRGV, the GCU women basketball team hit the road for a game with Seattle University on the 21st. They're home for 2 games starting Thursday, January 26th, when they host the University of Missouri at Kansas City starting at 7 p.m. here at GCU Arena. The Roos are led by junior Samantha Waldron, averaging nearly 15 points per game. The GCU counters with Jessica Juski, Marina Laramie, who put up nearly 35 points per game between them. Come out and support the GCU women's basketball team here at GCU Arena. We'll have their game here on CW6 on the 28th against Chicago State.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Juski in that one in action. Look at Oscar Frayer in action tonight. He's been absolutely fantastic off the pine. One of the players I wanted to watch their keys to that game, and he has really delivered inside, outside defensively, and I love when he goes up and puts it in reverse. I think I had one of those dunks in my entire basketball career where I've actually go put it in reverse like that. So that young freshman's already got 2 tonight.
Adrian Carrion in the game for the Lopes.
Yeah,
Milan.
They still got Braun out there. I think they've taken Russell out. Will probably put some ice back on that knee, I would imagine. He's going to be done for the night. Let's see what Adrian can do here. He's going to get some extended minutes, getting able to play over 5 minutes tonight. They also got some new walk-ons on the floor that may have an opportunity to take those warm-ups off.
Carrion called for the foul on Milan. Milan's been a tough test for all the Lopes.
22 points on 9 of 13 shooting. That's what I like. It's not like he took 20-some shots to get himself 22 points.
Frederick almost knocked that ball out of Freier's hands. Carry on. Leaves for Freier. Freier back to Adrian. Adrian to his right, driving to the bucket. Off the glass and in! Carry on! The bench loving every minute of that.
Yeah, Adrian, he's worked so hard to practice every day. Nice to see him get himself in the scorer's book.
Kleckis with the putback off the glass. Havoc's loving it, cheering on Adrian Carry on. Seeing extended minutes here in this game against the Hawks. Looks like Nehemiah Allen at the scorer's table as well to check in for the Los. Adrian Carry on will be going to the line.
Let's go back to this one more time. That's just a nice job there. And catch him in lawn, trying to catch up to him in rotation there. He just goes back the same way and beat him off the dribble drive. And then on the next play, says, hey, if I can get in the line once, why not go ahead and try it twice? He knew he was going to get a shot block. An intelligent enough player to get into the body of the defender and draw the foul.
Drawn out for Nehemiah. Carry on. Connects on his first free throw attempt of the season.
Now, you know, going back to the young man, Adrian, I just want to congratulate him. That is his first field goal. He scored points before from the free throw line, but his first field goal of his college career, that's something you never forget.
Oh, long distance. Novsik. Approaching 4 minutes to go, second half. Carr leaves for Freier. Ooh, Freier, careful. Fifi was moving. Adrian there to support, pushes out, Carr. Takes it himself, bam.
Yeah, I tell you, Shaq Carrs looks really good in this game. He's 4 of 4 from the field tonight. He's got 10 points. Coach is going to like the offensive effort, but he doesn't want it to get ragtag on the defensive side of the basketball. You guys want to go out here an opportunity to play, and everyone wants to score, but you still got to play solid defense and do the things and the principles that what you're building your defensive platform on.
Fifi tried to nail from three. Milan's having quite a night for the Hawks. 24 points on the run again. Remember, viewers, CW6 programming coming up. Flash will air following the game. Put back by Kleckis off the glass. And the season finale of Note tomorrow will follow after the game as well. And Arrow. Leave it right here on CW6. Under 3 to go. Allen to his left. Carr, bounce pass. Fifi Adu backing in on Frederick, turning. And puts it in the bucket.
Yeah, that was a nice play. They really set that one up nicely. Cross screen for Adu to bring him to the block, and showed great patience for a young fella down there on that block once he caught it.
5 Hawks sitting at the scorer's table. Wholesale changes for head coach Edgar Mendez. Coming up. Oh my, looks like Jawan Washington, that walk-on, is making his way over to the scorer's table, as is Sheet Sai Savain. 2 walk-ons.
Nice that they get some minutes. I think Coach Mendez had one of his players go over and create the intentional foul, so those guys would get some more extra time on the floor.
2:12 on the clock, 83-58. Lopes in control here at home against the Hawks from San Diego Christian on CW6.
I'm Dominique. I'm a student here at Grand Canyon University studying hospitality management. My hospitality courses here are giving me a high-quality education from professors that I know have been successful. Being able to work while I'm in school has enriched my college experience. I feel like I know where I'm going and what I want to do. I've gone through things that can't necessarily be taught, and so that paired with everything that GCU is doing for me, I feel like, you know, is setting me up for success. To have someone say, like, I want you, that's like a lot for someone like me. They're changing people's lives. By changing my life, now you changed my little brothers and sisters because they saw that I went to college. It'll just be, you know, my greatest accomplishment, not just because it's a diploma, but because, you know, I did what no one really thought I could do. When they say, find your purpose, they mean it.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. A live look inside GCU Arena where the Lopes are finishing off strong, just over 2 minutes to play, and they have a 25-point lead over San Diego Christian. And you're taking a look at the cheer, and you see the dance team out on the court as well. Pre-game here, we were talking about just what goes into a game day and the choreographed efforts by the cheer, dance, band, and students in the Havoc section. Well, the cheer and dance squads are just returning from Orlando, where they had a national competition. Dance finished 12th in the open hip-hop out of 33 schools. And they also finished 8th in Open Jazz. And a big congratulations to cheer. They finished 2nd in Division II co-ed competition. Here at GCU Arena, we get a live look each and every night about just how much hard work goes into their routines and how they keep this crowd in it. And now the national audience got a taste of it too.
Adrian carry on. Juwan Washington in the game. Sheik Sai Sabain also in the game. 2 walk-ons for GCU. Washington has the ball now. Moving on Stanley, driving. Draws the foul. Garcia.
Hey, Washington understands he's going to get a lot really pumped up here and getting some action in front of all these Havocs. Best thing to do is go to get yourself fouled and get opportunity to go to the line so you can calm that energy down and visualize that ball going through the hoop. But a big moment for that young fella right there, getting his first point of his college career.
The junior from Las Vegas, Nevada. Looky.
Knocks them both down. Ice water in his vein. He got a little smile on his face after that.
Roman. Lamont with a long 3 attempt. Pulled down by Allen.
Nehemiah Allen. He hit some hops. He rose up for that basketball.
Sai Sabain. Long distance.
New York waiting now. New York. He jumped right in there. He got that basketball and knocked himself down. That was a triple he hit. Nice job by that young man. Both these walkouts coming in here having a positive impact on the game, pushing that advantage now to the highest it's been all game. 30-point advantage for the Lopes.
Picked off by Washington. Oh, they're making their presence known.
They're making the most of these minutes. Here's another opportunity here.
Oh, getting greedy underneath. Oh, Fifi tried to put it back. Draws the foul underneath the bucket on the miss from Sai Sabain. Sorry, that's a great, cool first name, Sheik.
that is. Huh? I played with the Sheik. I played with a king.
Yeah, king. You played with a king, yes,
for sure. And
yeah,
but I've never seen Sheik before.
No,
that's a good one. Well, there's LeBron King James. Yeah. I also played with a guy named King Rice from Binghamton, New York, as well, who's a head coach at the college level as well.
Fifi connects. Under a minute to go. Lopes for their highest output, 90 against the Hawks. Garcia, Buckles, Stanley. Sai Sabain, eyeing Stanley, bounce pass off of the feet of Allen. Garcia, 8 on the clock. Stanley's going to just throw it up. Oh, it rings out. Rebound. Washington wanted it. Pushed it out of bounds.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Hawks ball. Washington and another Hawks player were fighting after that ball. It was Washington, the last got his paw on it and knocked it out.
Well, Thunder went down over there. It appears to be okay. Buckles too heavy. Adrian pulling down the rebound. Yo, Adrian.
Coach Marley's going to have them dribble out the clock here, but nice effort by these young guys coming off the bench and the walk-ons. Really like the way Oscar Freire bounced back after a subpar game. Fifi Adu looked good. Chet Carr looked really good off that bench. But the wizardry of the mayor tonight was just too much. And Dwayne Russell in that second half was just on fire.
Lumps win 90-58. Improved their mark to 12-7, 9-2 here on their home court. A primer for Saturday's matchup against Seattle University. Back to conference play as we revisit your 3 keys. Did they keep it simple?
Yeah, for the most part, I believe they did keep it simple. They were pretty much fundamentally sound on the offensive end tonight. I like that fact that Russell and Braun, their minutes didn't get too extended because they did blow this thing up in the second half. Really did get on the glass tonight, +9 and rebounding. And they got up to that fast start they were looking for. Unfortunately, they didn't sustain it, so the starters did have to come back and play some more in the second half of this basketball game. But all in all, I really like the way they performed tonight. You know, Martin Fowlis is finding his stroke. Oscar Freire's looking good. Kerwin Smith's playing hard. It'd be nice to get Darian Clark back on that floor. Hopefully his shoulder will improve over the next 3-4 days.
Dwayne Russell gave everybody a scare in the opening half, came back in the second, and played some extended minutes before the game was out of hand. But good to see him come back to the court in the second half after taking that knee-on-knee shot with Isaiah Milan from the Hawks. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. I'm joined by the rising freshman star, Oscar. Great job tonight, 14 points, 5 boards. What was fueling your success out there?
Coach Marley, before the game, he told us to go hard no matter the competition, and that's just what we did tonight.
How challenging can that be for a player? I know you guys have your eyes on your WAC opponents, but when you go up against a different opponent, where does your mindset need to be?
Still the same as when we're going up against anybody. Kill, kill, kill. That's all we want to do.
And for you, your first year in the Lopes uniform, what's it been like playing under Dan Marley?
It's great. Great guy, great coach. I love being here. I love the atmosphere. I love GCU.
And when you've been on the court, you've made things happen. What pride do you take, whether you're starting a game or your numbers called midway through, going out there and making an impact for your team?
Coaches asked me to just do everything. Protect the rim, play defense. We just all want to get out there and we want to do well.
And I know the goal overall is to come in first in the WAC. As you look ahead to Seattle University, what's the game plan?
Win. Get a win.
That's a good game plan. And for you, first year here playing at GCU Arena, what's it like from a player perspective to have this support of the student body and, of course, the student section in the Havocs?
This crowd is amazing. I've never been a part of anything like it. I appreciate it every night.
All right, keep doing what you're doing. We enjoy watching it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Guys, have a good one.
Because he's a freshman and polite, we'll pretend he said yes, ma'am, not yes, sir. Right, guys?
Oscar Freire making his presence known here tonight. I'm sure he did mean yes, ma'am. I'm sure he did. 90-58, the final score. We'll have our player of the game as we wrap things up from GCU Arena after we step aside for just a moment here on CW6.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges, on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Grand Canyon men's basketball is brought to you in part by Canyon State Credit Union. Committed to you. Lopes win it 90-58. Here's a look at our final stats. Shooting 52.5% from the field. Turnovers. The Hawks with 17. The Lopes with 9. Points in the paint 50-28. Bench points, wow, 36-4, Scott.
Well,
wow.
That's what you wanted. You wanted a huge bump off that bench tonight. Sit some of those guys down that are log-heavy men, just like Russell and Martin and Braun. Give them some rest. They didn't play more than 32 minutes between the three of those guys, which is a good number. And I love the contribution of the young guys, Fifi Adu, Shaq Carr, and Oscar Frere, not to mention Kerwin Smith in that bunch. I still consider him a young guy, even though he's been around the program now for 3 years.
That's true. Our player of the game now, and Josh Braun gets the honors. 32 minutes, 20 points, 6 of 11 from the field.
I love the way this guy goes about his business. He doesn't force anything on the floor, just kind of takes what the defense gives them. If they make a mistake, he makes them pay. Down on that block, he uses his size. He used to be a post-up player playing the floor, but really nice to see him out there spacing the floor. He knocked down 3 of 7 three-point shots tonight. He had really nice 2 assists, but both of them were of excellent fashion. One, if you remember, to Keontae Vernon, he slammed it down. 4 boards, as you mentioned, and I love the fact he takes care of the basketball. Only turned it over once tonight and led the team in minutes.
I think that's a stat that probably gets overlooked a lot because the ball protection, and you mentioned the 1 turnover, putting up numbers, and then on the other side of the coin, he's pretty solid defensively, and he does not give up the ball.
No, and I'm glad that you mentioned the defense because I failed to. He will give up his bodies for his teammates, helping out, coming over, blocking shots, and also taking charges. Is not afraid to take one in the chest, help out a mate that's been beat on defense.
Well, one guy that did get banged up here in this opening half, knee on knee with Isaiah Milan, was Dwayne Russell, driving to the bucket. That left knee goes down. He looked like he was in severe pain. Had to be carried off the court here. And then he comes back in the second half.
Yeah, he really liked that. Was in the first half. He got to that right corner block there, the elbow, knocking that one down. I love the dunk there because those teammates were calling for it after the previous one where he laid it in. But you can see that left knee just goes right into the left knee of Milan and left him in a lot of pain. But he's tough. He must be a hockey player, right, Barry?
That's right.
Tougher than basketball players, and he comes right back out there. And you would think he'd be a little stiff, but he used his wheels, consecutive baskets, and getting to the hole. And then he started setting up his teammates after that. Then he started dishing to Braun. Then he started going, getting the other guys involved, the big guys involved. So it's just a fun group to be around now. They get 12 wins on the season after what was a slower start and a lot of injuries. They're starting to really play their best when they need it in the WAC competition coming up in Seattle. And they got some tough players they're going to be facing. They got a guy, Kevis, is coming off a 24-point effort against Chicago State when he knocked down 4 3-point shots. I'm sure everyone's going to get a piece of trying to slow him down.
How about, you mentioned one of the young kids, but he's been with the program for a while. That's Kerwin Smith. He's been taking advantage of his minutes. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, Kerwin Smith just does a good job of being active, using his length extremely well around the basket. I love him in transition the best. You don't have a lot of guys that are nearly 7 feet tall that can get down the floor as quickly as he can. I've been calling him K-Dunk because he's getting so good and so strong at finishing around the rim with 2 hands with force. A lot of those obviously dunks. They don't want the high handoff for him as much as they do for Vernon, but certainly one of those guys who can go up there and grab it.
Well, the next televised GCU men's basketball game Saturday, January 21st. Coming up, Seattle University, the Redhawks, led by their preseason all-WAC guard Brendan Westendorf. Visit the GCU Arena to take on the Lopes. Catch Kate Longworth, Tim Ring on the Lopes pregame show, starting at 6:30 on 3TV, online, gcu.tv, or listen to Fox Sports 910 AM radio. Michael Potter and Tom Kuiper have all the action. That'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes beat the Hawks 90-58. Please join us again Saturday night as GCU hosts Seattle University. But for then, Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful evening.